Grab the proverbial device of choice. Make sure we're all good to go. See if I can hit 300 today. I just need 4 willing souls to make a brother happy, man. That's all I want, is to hit 300 subscribers today, regardless of how long I have to stream or how many streams I'm gonna have to do. But let's see if we can actually get this started today, boys. You know what? I'm gonna see how it looks with the light off. We'll try it with the light off. See if maybe that has a better viewing experience. Grab this. Alright. Make sure this is a little bit lighter, not too much, because everyone's sleeping in the other rooms. But turn you up just a smidge. Make sure this is at least 20. Make sure you guys can hear it. Alright. Oh boy. Should probably go get me a water or something, because I'm going to be talking a lot. Okay. Any ideas? Yes, nice one, Athena. Keep it up. I don't care if it's totally unrelated to the case, or just plain annoying or even embarrassing. Just keep presenting evidence without any regards for others. That's the first step towards becoming a successful trial lawyer. Leave it to me. I'll present one piece after another, and then another. He doesn't care. Maybe we should move somewhere. Hallway? Ah, Mr. Wright! I heard they arrested your friend Juniper. Yeah, Detective Fulbright just took her in. I refuse to believe that one of our students is capable of murder. We must prove her innocence by any means necessary. The end justifies the means. What do you mean, the end justifies the means? I, Professor Means, always say what I mean, and mean what I say by all means. Here at our esteemed academy, we train our students to produce meaningful results. You believe in Juniper's innocence, do you not? Of course I do. Junie wouldn't even hurt a fly. Precisely. We have justice on our side. The only other thing we need are results. It is the height of folly to endanger your client by failing to pursue all means possible. Sure, I want to prove her innocence, but I don't like the sound of that the end justifies the means part. Well, you're still young and idealistic. It's no wonder you fail to see the wisdom therein. There is but one thing to do now. I must personally take up Juniper's defense. You're gonna take up her face, Professor Means? I may be a professor, but I am still licensed for practice law. In fact, I have even battled Professor Court in, well, court. No kidding. So you guys were rivals or something? No, nothing of the sort. She was an esteemed colleague at the academy in any court. You see, both Professor Court and I graduated from this academy at the top of our class. Wow, I bet they both really used to bring it. Now, if you would excuse me, I had best go discuss the case with Juniper. Professor Means, wait! I didn't want to say anything, but Apollo and I already agreed to take her case. It's true. Juniper's counting on us to prove her innocence. Really, though? You too? And when were you planning on telling me? Sorry, boss. We should have known first, but... Or we should have asked first, but... Relax. Your friend was just hauled away in front of your eyes. Sometimes you just gotta make snap decisions. And I think you made the right one. How wonderful! Very well, Data Sykes. Let me ask you just one thing. As a lawyer, what is it that you treasure beyond all else? That's an easy one, Professor. Seeking justice for my clients. What a wonderful answer. Juniper must be overjoyed to have a friend such as you. As a professor, I too shall do whatever I may to help her. And if you decide to take the end justifies the means strategy, come see me at once. Let's hope it never comes to that. Now, if you excuse me. Well, time's a-wasting. You better start investigating and fast. But first, how about if I tell you everything I know so far? Yes, please. Have you learned anything about the new case? Actually, I ran into Prosecutor Gavin, and he told me something interesting. Seems the murder took place in the art room. There's traces of a large pool of blood there. The police also believe the body was moved from there to the stage. What? Really? Just like the mock trial again? The police are searching the art room, but whether they'll find anything, well, what? Come to think of it, let's do our own crime investigation here before it gets too crowded around here. Huh? Are we even allowed to do that? It's no big deal as long as we leave it exactly where we found it. Plus, no, never mind. Now, where was I again? But there's really no need to talk about it right here, right now. I want the two of you to find out for yourselves. So, were you shocked by your conversation with Professor Means? Oh, I guess so. Actually, that was pretty shocking. The dark age of the law. I'm sure you've heard those words before. Sure, a number of times. Prosecutors file false charges and lawyers fight back by fabricating evidence. There's a lot of that going around these days. But the question is, how is it related to the case at hand? Training students to produce results. That is the school's policy. Well, that in and of itself isn't a bad thing. Right. As long as those results come by fair and honest means. Oh, but what is it that Professor Means said? The end justifies the means. To survive the dark age of the law, you must use any means necessary. Fabrication of evidence and false charges are unavoidable in the quest for results. That's what they're preaching here at Diamond's Legal Academy. But what'll happen to our legal system if results are all that matter anymore? Relax, it's just a rumor. I'd take it with a grain of salt if I were you. That's a relief. You had me going there for a minute. Wait a second. What if Mr. Means examined the victim's body for a reason? Maybe he was worried someone might actually tamper with the evidence. I think that about wraps up what I know so far. The fact that this case closely resembles Mrs. Wood's script is obviously important. Knowing that, you should probably try to identify what's the same and what's different. Okay, I'll try to talk to as many people as I can on campus. I thought the area was cordoned off. Hey, the police and Destinies will be over there. Ooh, I know. I'll just quietly sneak over for a listen. Here goes. Sneak, 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 sneak. Ah, Athena, watch where you... Ah, eek! Ow! Who put this stupid box here? Wait. Yeah! Oh, Apollo! This box, there's... What now? There's someone or something inside the box. Don't let it be a snake! Motherfucker. This is a goddamn snake reference. I hate it here. You morons just blew my cover. What the? There really is someone inside. That someone is me, Miriam Scuttlebutt. I am a senior in the judge course. What's with the box? It's the fate of who we live in the shadows. That's the very reason why none may see my face by the light of day. Wait, if you're taking the judge course, did you write the box transcript too? You really want to see my script that bad? Well, you better watch out. Read it without my permission, and you'll wish you hadn't. Who cares? I'm sure it was rejected for a good reason. Oh, so you're studying to be a judge too? You must be classmates with Juniper. Are you a friend of hers? Juniper? Sure, she's my friend. That's why I'm gathering info. Now, tell me all you know. You know, for tomorrow's trial. For tomorrow's trial? What are you talking about? I'm going to take the stand, naturally. So, the witness for the prosecution is some weirdo in a cardboard box. This disguises how I get my scoops. But you're right, it's me. So, tell me everything you know about for Juniper's sake. Wait a second, Miriam. Repeat what you just said? A lawyer with brains as bad as his ears. Poor Juniper. I'm taking the stand tomorrow. Tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake. Clear enough for you this time? I thought so. Dana, my bracelet's reacted. Really? That means a lie already? That was quick. Scuttle booty. So you're trying to be a judge too? You must be classmates with Juniper. Oh, perceived shit. That's strange. You suddenly tightened your grip when you said, for Juniper's sake. It's like you subconsciously tensed up because you're lying. What are you talking about? When did I ever lie? Okay then, let me ask you this. Why were you selected as a witness? That's an easy one. I'm the editor-in-chief of the Divis Herald. I know everything there is to know about campus, even the darkest secrets around. Editor-in-chief, huh? Pretty impressive. Yeah, well, it's a lonely one-woman operation. Fuck, that's a girl. I do it all by myself. From reporting to editing to publishing, still impressed. It's a perfect storm of journalism because I bring it all to the table. And this is the evidence. Here. An extra edition of the Times Herald published to coincide with the mock trial. Extra edition for the mock trial. Thanks, Miriam. You've revealed who you truly are. Someone who's never had Junie's best interests in mind. What? Are you questioning our friendship? Look, you may want answers, but no can do, because what you're saying conflicts with this piece of evidence. That's the Times Herald, the paper I published. What about it? Are you really that dense? This article is full of malicious lies about Junie. It's definitely not someone a true friend of hers would write. Cut. You got it all wrong. Another staff member wrote that one. I don't think so, Miriam. You even said it yourself just a moment ago. It's a one-woman operation. Or did you forget already? If you just given me the info you have, stupid pawn, Juniper's just using you. Now, I want the truth, Miriam. You hid in your box in order to collect gossip for your sleazy paper, isn't that right? You're not really friends with Juniper, are you? Sis. No, duh. She's the target of my scoops, and my readers demand dirt. Extra. The dirty little secret of Squeaky Clean Student Council President. Dirty little secret? Alright, what are you planning to say in court, huh? I'm a witness to her part in the crime. I'm gonna tell it all in shocking expose. The end justifies the means. That's my brand of tell-all journalism. The end justifies the means. Wait a damn second. In this dark age of the law, many of us embrace Professor Means methods, even future judges. I've even adopted an ends justifies the means brand of journalism, which includes tape recorders secretly hidden all over the campus, secretly recording every last word without anyone being the wiser. Doesn't she realize that's totally illegal? And one of them was at the scene of the crime, the art room. You put a tape recorder in the art room? What did it record? Sis, you wanna know? You really wanna know? Yes, please. That's so nice of you to... Sis, like I didn't tell you, the big scoop comes out in court tomorrow. You're so mean, Miriam. According to my evidence, a fatal fissure has opened between the three of them. Who? Junie, you, and Robin? What do you mean by fatal fissure? Juniper, Hugh, and Robin used to be the best of friends. Used to be. They still seem to get along fine to me. I did sense some discord, though. Sus, you really don't know anything. Professor Means has his followers above the present court has hers. Their influence is inescapable. Are you implying that one of them adheres to that extreme idea that you and Professor Means have? Well, why would anyone follow that philosophy? Sus, how could you possibly understand? You're new around here. Miriam, wouldn't you feel better if you came out of the dark and into the light? Sus, I can see just fine in here. You'll be the ones seeing the light in court tomorrow. Then you'll be realizing how guilty Juniper Woods really is. Sus. We're going to have to cross-examine her tomorrow, but I don't know where to start. Well, at least take care of whatever we can today. You're right. Let's see what else we can find out. My script was way more popular than Juniper's. Really? Wow. Was that the majority opinion? Yep. My behind-the-scenes maneuvers, threats, and deceptions worked like a charm. Miriam, this may come as a surprise to you, but that's called cheating. Says you, I didn't break the law. Besides, the answer supplies the means. That's what they teach us here. Apparently, some people are already thriving in the dark age of the law. I love this newspaper. The paper quality, the printing method, the smell of the ink. Could it be more perfect? Is it really that amazing? You just don't get it, do you? Toilet paper, hamster cage lining, widow wiper. My paper is so totally, awesomely versatile. Versatile, there we go. Am I to understand that the contents run the entire spectrum of fecal matter as well? Wait, what? Bruh. Doesn't care. Let's move to the maintenance area. So this is the maintenance area. Let's see, during the mock trial, Oscar Gavin said that the art room is right above where the third floor is. And that the body was dropped from there onto a high jump mat from the storehouse. Right. And then he claimed that the body was transported to the stage by a ball cart. And then, there's someone else here. Hey, it's Robin! Whoa! You scared the shit out of me! Yikes, right back at you. So, what are you doing out here? I'm working out, and I can become strong enough to save Juniper. But I'm so worked up, my training brace is almost breaking at the seams. Oh, right. The girl you, got arrested, so you're psyching yourself up to rescue her. Yes, because I'm the manliest of manly men. That's why I work with my manly brace. Except that I hear some discord in that manliest of men's voice of yours. I don't mean to be rude, but can you talk without shouting? Sorry, I'll try not to shout so much. If at all possible, that is. Which is not at all possible by the sound of it. Do you mind if I ask you some questions as Johnny's lawyer? No problem. Ask away. Ask away and keep them coming, man. Ow. My ears ache already. I can't look at anything in the area. Robbie Newman. Robin, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself? You want to know about me? I'm a second-rate member of the Fine Arts Club. The Fine Arts Club? Looks like the broken pottery and plaster. Maybe this is the source of that noise we heard. Maybe there were supposedly two statues on the stage. I seem to recall hearing that a co-ed from the Fine Art Club made them. Two big banners and a pair of wicked statues. This is just an illustration, but it's not that bad. Wicked statues? Wait, are those supposed to be you and Mr. Wright? Bingo, Fraulein. And they were so big and magnificent too. What a terrible waste. Say, did you create those stage statues by any chance? You bet I did. Both of them put my blood, sweat, and tears into those things, man. It must have been terrible seeing them all smashed up like that. Nah, I couldn't face Professor Court if I let something like that get me down. What do you mean? Professor Court was the Fine Art Club advisor. She was all about truth and beauty, man. She always said the only good result is the truth. That and only lawyers who seek the truth through legitimate means produce worthwhile results. Yes, I'm totally with you guys. She must have been an incredible woman. Yeesh. And you called me loud when I practiced my chords of steel. Oh man, why'd I have to take the prosecutor course? I mean, how am I supposed to save Juniper if I'm studying to be a prosecutor? Don't worry, I'll clear Julie's name. You'll see. The three of us had a dream. We swore we'd make it happen together. Prosecutor, lawyer, judge, the three of us would hold fair and honest trials. The dark age of the law? Bah! We were going to put a nail in its coffin, man. Wow, you guys swore to do that. But no, that stupid school rule had to ruin it. School rule? Which one? Anyone with a prior conviction, no matter how minor the offense, they won't be allowed to graduate from the stupid holier-than-thou school. A tough legal academy with even tougher rules. Junior will never become a judge unless I can prove her innocence. And if I fail, the three of them will never realize their dream. It's like someone put pressure on my pressure. Ah, that paper. So, Robin, is this article true? The author of that article has been gunning for the three of us for some reason. It's been nothing but trashy articles like this as long as I can remember. Maybe the author just wants your attention? No way, man! The venom in those articles is way beyond that. I wonder. Whoa! Did you make that? Whoa, did you make that? Whoa, deja vu. It's like a powder keg before a spark. It's like a calm before the storm. In other words, it's under a lot of pressure and ready to blow at any moment. Deja vu, man. Look, there's Hugh. Hey, Hugh. Oh, it's you two. Do you want something? Did you find anything? You said you were going to do some investigating of your own. Nope, nothing yet. I'm afraid it's not looking very good for Juniper. You don't really think Juniper could have done anything like this, could you? Only the author and victim knew the contents of the script. Both the stage and the art room were in the exact same state as described therein. Nobody can mimic the crime like that unless they already read the script or wrote it. But look, Professor Means is better able to handle this than you two, so just leave it to him. There it is again. I'm picking up some discord in Hugh's voice. Hugh, would you mind telling us a little about yourself? Whatever. I'm 6'1" and under this uniform I'm 100% lean muscle. My grades are outstanding and I'm an ace of the archery club, needless to say. I never miss my mark. Oh, and I'm incredibly humble too. How can you even say that with a straight face? Okay, hear me out. From the way that this is looking, if it's a love triangle, then I'm assuming the three of them had a hand in the murder of Professor Court, but they're pinning it on Junie. Because he's in archery, Robin's in pottery, and then there's that other box chick. So it's like, okay, there's definitely something wrong here. 23, 34, 16, 45, 47, chief deceased. Oh shit. 18, 18, 18, so they're all 18 because they're in college. 33, 28. Oh, he's 25 here, good. Miriam Scuttlebutt, she's 17. Oh, okay. Those around me call me a genius, but I pay them no mind. But when it comes to tests, I always get 100%, so I suppose it's only natural for them to say I'm a genius. But as I said before, I pay them no mind. I heard you the first time. But what about the mock trial? It sounded like you were about to lose to Robin. There's a very good reason for that. You see, before the mock trial started, I saw the body. You saw the body? Right, and I was so distraught that I basically handed Robin a picture. Hugh, would you mind telling us a little bit more about that? Right before the mock trial, the campus was empty. Everyone was here in the lecture hall. Your attention, please. This is an announcement from the mock trial committee. The mock trial will begin shortly. All students and faculty, please proceed at once to the lecture hall. That's right. There was an announcement and then everyone came in here. The only exceptions were the mock trial participants. Jennifer, Robin, and I were in our personal dressing rooms next door. Wow, you have your own personal dressing rooms? That's total VIP treatment. Actually, there's the student-teacher meetings. They don't even have windows. The other two waited patiently in their rooms, but that's not my style. So, I headed over to the archery range on the other side of the quad. I did some meditation while I waited. That's the best way to relax. Then, just before the mock trial was to start, I headed towards the main building. As I walked across the quad, I passed in front of the stage. So that's when you saw the body? Right. It was quite a shock. As much as I hate to admit it, my legs were shaking. I could have easily beaten Robin if it hadn't been for that, his eyebrows twitching. Wait, hold it right there. You went through the mock trial even though you had discovered a body? Why didn't you tell anyone? I mean, we're talking about someone getting killed here. I think I know why. Was it because of this? Where'd you get that? So this article is, in the Destinies Herald is true. The winner of the mock trial would get to make his confession to Junie. Right, but if I reported the body I'd found, the whole thing would be called off. He really wanted to win that bad? Bad enough to ignore a dead body? Jeez. Sorry, but that's not normal. Or could their love for Junie really be that strong? Thanks for sharing that important piece of information with us. It may prove useful in tomorrow's trial. Good, because that's all I have to say about the matter. Thanks. And don't worry, we'll prove Juniper's innocence, you'll see. I can't say you to inspire much confidence. Okay, Athena, what's next? Well, I think I've talked to everyone who is somehow linked to the case. Okay, maybe it's about time we wrapped up our investigation. Oh wait, we haven't met with Junie yet. Yeah, you're right. Let's head over to the detention center. Athena, thank you so much for coming. She called me Athena like she used to. Maybe she's finally letting her guard down. Junie, the crime's unfolding exactly like your script. Any idea what's going on here? We wanted to make it fair, so the script was kept secret until the day of the mock trial. And the only people who knew the details were Professor Court and I. Nothing we haven't heard already so far. However... Yes? What is it, Junie? Well, there was this one article in the school paper. You mean this one? It's more like a tabloid piece than a newspaper article, if you ask me. I've been worried that the trial would wreck the friendship between Robin, you and me. She wants to stay friends, but both of the guys are hoping to take it to the next level. Oh, the passion of high school drama. Wish I could have experienced it. Damn, she didn't? People missed out, I guess. And I know I shouldn't have, but I revised the script to favor the prosecution. But Professor Court noticed it immediately and changed it back. So if Robin would have won, he wouldn't have been able to confess his love to Junie. That would have kept the trio's relationship the same. Never knew Junie could be so devious. Sorry, I guess my personal problems probably wouldn't have helped in court, huh? You never know. Help often comes from the most unexpected places. Thanks, Juniper. I was wondering about the awl you had on you when you were arrested. Detective Fulbright, we found this in the suspect's pocket. Why, there's blood on this. And that's evidence we made from the mock trial. A mock trial? Never heard of such a thing, but it sounds fishy to me. Real fishy. It was the murder weapon from the mock trial. Professor Court and I were prepping it in the art room until the day before the trial. I didn't even realize I still had it on me till I was arrested. Then we have nothing to worry about. There shouldn't be any way to link it to the crime. Still, that blood red color on the awl bothers me. Wasn't it just paint or something? I mean, I was looking at it from pretty far away, but it probably was just paint. But that's what bothers me. It wasn't on the awl when we were prepping it yesterday. It wasn't? Then how and when did it get there? Well, before the mock trial began, I showed Thena and Mr. Wright to the waiting room. Then went back to my dressing room to get the trial props we were going to use. That's when I found the art room key and the awl with what looked like blood on it. The key and the awl? Professor Court normally has the art room key since she's the Fine Arts Club advisor. And since the key was there in the dressing room, I thought she was the one who had painted the awl to look like it had blood on it. After all, she's always insisted that the props should be realistic, so... They all suddenly showed up on the day of the trial with what looks like blood on it. I have a really bad feeling about this. Me too, but let's not jump the gun on this. You and Professor Court were busy preparing for the mock trial together yesterday, right? Was, that the last time you saw her? Yes, I left for school around 6 p.m. Did you notice anything different about her? No, I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. She looked and acted the same as always. I would have never guessed she'd end up like this. It looks like we're about out of time. Thank you for coming to see me. We'll do everything we can to prove your innocence tomorrow. I know, and I believe in you, Dana. Well, I should go now. Bye. Is she gonna be alright? She's like a shadow of a girl we met at the academy. The Junie I know was always like that, a little weak and sickly. But the fact that she's lifted her facade shows that she trusts us. Even still, what is it? Well, when Junie and her two friends were talking about their friendship, I sensed some discord in their hearts. Seriously? Yeah, but it was really faint. I might have been mistaken. There's no reason to doubt their friendship, is there? Don't worry, everything will be fine. You and Juniper are friends, right? You know that friend I mentioned to you earlier? Well, get this. Whenever something's troubling one of us, the other can just feel it. That's real friendship. I suppose you're right. Might as well forget all about that and concentrate on tomorrow's trial. Yep, tomorrow's the big day. Let's sort out what we know so far. Okay. The victim, Professor Constance Court, was murdered in the art room on the 3rd floor. Then her body was moved outdoors. I'm gonna just read this normally. I normally do voices, but I'm like, my throat's dry, so I'm gonna read this normally till I drink some water. Then her body was moved to the outdoor stage in the quad. Also, the location where we found the body was just as the mock trial script is described. I wish those were the only similarities they shared. What do you mean? What I mean is, the script in this case are exactly the same in almost every aspect. I'm assuming that's every aspect, but... So, it follows that the actual trial tomorrow may very well unfold just like the mock trial did. Oh no! The mock trial ended right before the prosecution was about to win. Well, that's not gonna happen. This time, Junie will be declared not guilty. Of course, I intend to get our results the honest way. We can do this. We'll be fine. After all, I have Apollo and he's the king of being fine. It's a good save point for me to get freaking water. Excuse me, un momento. My throat is parched. Okay. Let's save. Okay. Day one of the trial. October 25th, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. My butterflies have butterflies in their stomach. So, what's it like to have your very own case for the first time? My heart hasn't raced this fast since I ran that full marathon last year. If it keeps up, you might get a lawyer's high. You know, like a runner's high. Relax, everyone's nervous their first time. So my fears weren't unfounded. After all, today's prosecutor is so terribly brutal and willing to use any means necessary to win a conviction. There's that the ends justify the means concept again. Now that it has come to this, we have no choice but to fight fire with fire. The end justifies the means. I wish he'd stop saying that. That's your method, Professor. I'm going to defend Juniper my own way. But besides, just yesterday you told me. As a lawyer, what is it that you treasure beyond all else? That's an easy one, Professor. Seeking justice for my client. But if this trial proceeds in the same manner and ends the same way as the mock trial, would you not lose everything you've worked so hard to gain? Well, I'll just have to make sure that doesn't happen then, won't I? My, but aren't you a stubborn one? Well, I suppose you will have to learn of your own inefficiency the hard way. Forgive me, Professor Means, but can we just leave it at that? Oh dear, please forgive me. It's just, I wish to protect Juniper by any means I can. I do too, but... Now, if you'll excuse me... Thanks to him, I'm feeling even more pressure than before. Don't let it get to you, Athena. And don't forget to keep smiling. I'll be fine. And I haven't forgotten what Mr. Wright said. The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. The trial is about to begin. I'll show you to the courtroom if you please. Apollo, counting on you to support Athena this time. Okay, Mr. Wright, leave it to me. That's right, I have Apollo to back me up. Junie's fate rests in my hands. I won't rest until she walks free. Day one, court is now in session. All rise. Court is now in session for the trial of Juniper Woods. Athena Sykes, the defense team leader, is ready, Your Honor. That didn't sound very confident. You sure you're okay? I'll be fine. Your baldness. I know. As usual, you want me to deliver the opening statement? This case is crystal clear. This case is crystal clear. I see no need to explicit it any further. Now, summon the witness. Is there something the matter? Please do share your baldness. Whatever gave you that idea? Bailiff, please call your first witness. And we don't even get an opening statement? Ah, shit. It's Bobby? Okay. Detective Fulbright. He and the prosecutor Blackwell have become quite a team. Oh, right. The case brief. Leave it to me. Yes, let the detective in charge, everyone's favorite friend of justice, explain. What was that just now? It's like he and Blackwell are totally in sync. Well, I don't think they're capable of mind melding, if that's what you're thinking. Alright, Detective Fulbright, would you please explain the case to the court? Professor Court's body was found on October 24th at approximately 2:30 p.m. She was murdered with this all I have here. The victim's blood and the defendant's prints were both discovered on it. Her blood was found on it along with Junie's fingerprints. It's her murder weapon. You could have fucking just slid it to me, you ass. Hey Ross, what's going on? Okay, in between 6 and 8 p.m., called the death blood loss from a deep stab wound in her side. Wow, that bird can deliver evidence too. Blackwell has trained him well. Maybe Blackwell should train him not to mess up people's hair while he's at it. Moving right along. The body was discovered on the outdoor stage, although no body was found. Oh, God damn it. Indeed, I think this is Turnabout Academy. This is the second game, there was 5 in the main game. Apollo had his own game, which had 3 cases. So this is technically the 7th game in the series, if you want to count it that way. Or not the 7th, the 5th. This is the 5th. Yep, Go Destinies case 3. No, like the cases were messing me up. I was like, there was like 5 in the first game. I think there was, or not in the first game, but there was like 5 turnabouts in the first game. Then there was, I think, like, however many there was in Apollo Justice, and then this is kind of following the same thing. All these cases make me think they're different games, dude, because sometimes they take long. However, we detected traces of massive amounts of blood in the 3rd floor art room. In short, the murder took place in the art room. So the body had been moved from the art room to the stage? Precisely, and there's one more piece of irrefutable evidence. A recording made by a tape recorder that the school paper reporter hid in the art room. It captured a female voice screaming, "You're a goner!" What's this? You have such a recording? Must be from the tape recorder Miriam mentioned. Well, why is this the first we've heard of a death threat at the moment of the murder? Shh! Silence, please! I would like to play the tape for you now. You're a goner! And it's quite hard to hear. But the voice does sound female. A woman can be heard shouting, "You're a goner." Okay. The noise and the low volume of the voice have made voice print analysis all but impossible. But then, you haven't identified the voices belonging to the defendant. Not so fast. After all, voice print analysis isn't everything. The victim was killed at night, then discovered in the afternoon the next day. The question is, when was the body moved? Oh, I know. It could have been moved in the middle of the night when no one was around. Sorry, but no. The campus was full of students that morning, however, no one reported seeing a body. That means the body was moved sometime before the mock trial when all the students and faculty were gathered in the lecture hall and the rest of the campus was empty. It was during this time Hero O'Connor, one of the mock trial participants, found the body. So the prosecution heard about you seeing the body. Wait a moment. If all of the students and faculty were gathered in the lecture hall, then there wouldn't have been anyone who could have moved the body. No fear. Have no fear, for there is always an explanation. Or an exception. An exception? The 3 mock trial participants were standing by in individual dressing rooms. They were the only ones who had free access to the deserted campus before the mock trial. What? Then that would mean... What would that mean? Those 3 students were the only ones who could have moved the body. In justice we trust. I don't like where this is heading, Athena. Me neither. And by those 3, I mean... Hugh O'Connor, Robin Newman, and Juniper Woods. I knew it. Please, Detective Fulbright, don't say what I think you're about to say. In justice we trust. I take it everyone understands now? The voice we believe to be that of the murderer was female. And out of the 3 people who could have moved the body, just 1 is a girl. That leaves the defendant Juniper Woods as the only possibility. No! Brother, I haven't even gotten started yet, dog. Come on! Impressive. He has you on the ropes even before we can cross-examine it, or any cross-examinations. You can at least pretend to be upset for me. A splendid job, Fulbright. That could not have been any clearer. Feel free to anticipate a salary raise next month. I don't do this for the money. It's all about the justice. In justice we trust. Not only a half-wit, but a perennial stick in the mud you are. I guess neither the carrot nor the stick works on Detective Fulbright. Now, bailiff, please bring in our next witness to the stop. So, our first witness is a cardboard box. Stealth mode deactivated. Oh my, the box has hands. Smile, Your Honor. What the dickens? I've just had my picture taken. Miriam Scuttlebutt, senior at the Legal Academy. I'm a reporter on the judge course. Juniper's been a bad girl. I'll tell you all about her crimes. Might I ask whether you could come out of that box? How will I get any more scoops if I blow my cover? So the answer is no. After all, covert action is an undercover reporter's bread and butter. But testimony from a faceless witness is hardly irregular. A former ninja I met in the clique said that exposing those who work in the shadows is to pass the death sentence upon them. Oh, alright. I've never thought of it that way. Very well, if that would spare a life, I'll make a special exception this time. A former ninja in prison? Holy Shinto, how can the judge believe this load of shit? Now, your testimony, please. Oh, well, please take care not to reveal your face. We don't want to die. Oh, I can tell it's a chick because she has a Band-Aid on her left thigh and she's wearing a skirt. Okay. The similarity of the case and the script. The murder happened exactly like Juniper's mock trial. Up until the mock trial began, only Professor Courtney and Juniper knew the script's content. But Professor Court's sudden decision not to use the script sparked Juniper's murderous rage. Juniper has to be the killer. She has a motive and murder is just like her script. The murder is just like her script. Could such a thing be true? Compare her script to the murder case and crime scene photos, then you'll see. This is so simple, even an ape posing as a decrepit old judge can understand. Only the victim and the defendant were privy to the script, ergo, the defendant is the killer. Furthermore, in the art room where the crime supposedly occurred, this witness's script, along with an envelope on which "use" was written, were found. This proves that the accused's script had been rejected the day before the mock trial. She pressed the victim to use her script, and an argument ensued, and then a fatal stabbing. That makes perfect sense. And what now? Prosecutor Blackwell has all of his ducks lined up in a row. Oh shit, that's my fault. He's really on a roll now. He's like a pit bull once he sinks his teeth into you. How dare she? My script had it all. A bomb rapper, phony evidence, grudges, and betrayals. Our trusted defendant is ready to cross-examine the witness. No problem. I mean, yes, I'm ready, I think. Time to find a hole in her testimony and unbox the truth. I've seen it done over and over. Or I've seen it done over and over. I know I can do this. Alright, we're gonna save the first one to Scuttlebutt. The murder happened exactly like Juniper's mock trial. Hold it. There must be places where the script in this case diverge. Don't sweat the details. That's the kind of stress that'll give you wrinkles. I'm not worried. My skin is as fair as silk.
Objection!
Indeed, you are quite fair. Fairly desperate.
Objection!
What did you just say? Blackwell really turned that one around on you. Whose side are you on? Hurry up and think of a clever comeback. Whoa, easy there, Athena. Now you listen to me. The two cases do indeed have their differences. For one, the stage hadn't yet been erected in the mock trial script. And in the actual case, there were signs indicating the victim's wrists had been bound. But such differences pale in comparison to the host of similarities. In any event, replicating the crime without knowledge of the script is an impossibility. Looks like I won't be passing this off as a coincidence. Sus, what a total burn! Try again, why don't you, Panem Woods? Till the mock trial, Professor Court and then knew the script's contents. Somebody could have stolen a peek beforehand. Sus, I don't think so. I mean, I tried any number of times. Shame on you, Miriam. But that crafty she-devil Juniper has eyes in the back of her head. What chance does your average person have of an undercover reporter like me failed? Interesting point. Still, Miss Scuttlebutt, won't you get in trouble later for admitting to such underhanded tactics? Who are you? I plead entrapment. How is blurting out your own crime entrapment? But you haven't scooped me yet. They were all set to use Juniper's script. But Professor Court's sudden decision not to use the script sparked Juniper's murderous rage. How do you know that Professor Court wasn't going to use her script? There in the art room where the heinous crime took place, an envelope marked "Use" and Miriam Scuttlebutt's script were found. Evidently, the script was going to be used along with the girl in the box over there. Sus, it's only natural that my script would be accepted and hers rejected. I introduced all sorts of brand new concepts, including bribery and fake evidence. It was like a cutting-edge script portraying a courtroom battle in the dark age of the law. I can't help but feel Professor Court went out of her way not to use it. But Juniper, she used some devious underhanded tactics to get her script chosen. That's why her script and not my masterpiece were used in the mock trial. How's that for an explanation? Juniper has to be the killer. She has motive and the murder is just like her script. No, it isn't. Let me see this shit. Arrow, body with a protruding arrow found at the quad, murder weapons and all. Actual murder scene was the art room where traces of blood found on the floor. Body was dropped from the third window and that was laid out, ball cart. Archery room, body was moved. It looked like an archery club member had shot the victim. All get from the hardware store. Arrow, if I borrow one from the archery club, it could give away part of the script spot to be decided. Sweatsuit, victim's outfit will be a red one from the prosecutor course. That's not right. It's not that? The fuck? Okay, I'll press her just in case. Anyone who saw the mock trial could have recreated the crime. After they saw the mock trial, they could have easily staged the body just like the script.
Objection!
Where is this trial, which pits Hawk against Canary? What did you just say? If he's so weary, he should try humping less. I bet that saved Wet some energy. There's no time for jokes, Apollo. He just called me a canary. Don't let him get to you. At least canaries pick up on things quickly, just like you. I shan't repeat myself, so listen carefully, Dono. Hugh O'Connor discovered the body before the mock trial even began. How could one stage the body, as it is in the script before anyone knew its contents? That's right. Do you even fathom the intricacies that go into staging a crime scene? No, I think not. You have the rudimentary mind of an elementary school child. Elementary school? Reporter's testimony throws attorney Athena Sykes for a loop. The perfect caption. How marvelous, a photo in the newspaper is just the sort of thing to boost your rock. In a school paper? Seriously? I believe you pressed the witness more than enough, Miss Sykes. Now, do you see how clear-cut my case is? Take it now, and in that fair, desperate mind of yours, etch it deep so you may never forget. No. No! Even my arguments get thrown back in my face. It wasn't supposed to be like this. What am I gonna do? Tina, you should just about have all the answers you've been looking for now. Huh? Think about it this way. If the killer knew the details of the mock trial, would they really commit the crime in the exact same way? I don't follow. Try to place yourself in the killer's shoes. I bet you'll discover an inconsistency if you do. Ah, I get it. Thanks, Apollo. Miss Scuttlebutt, just so we're clear, you're claiming that the killer intentionally made the crime look just as if it was in the script. And that is beyond a shadow of a doubt not a coincidence. Is that correct? No, duh. After all, it's just more evidence of Juniper's evil she-devil ways. What I say? Our client made the crime look just like the script, something known only to her. That would be not only just foolhardy, but completely irrational. Well, what do you mean? Yes, Miss Sarks. Please tell us what you mean by irrational. It wouldn't make any sense for Junie to mimic her own script on purpose because it would mean leaking it, make her the culprit, not be possible. It wouldn't be possible if she mimicked her own script. Here's the thing. The mock trial details were kept secret. In short, there's no way our client could have known what was in the script.
Objection!
Shit, I misread that. My bad. My fault. Intentionally making the crime scene look like the script would expose the secret script for all to see. So, Juniper is a ruthless she-devil. She easily do that and a lot more to achieve her evil designs. Does the defense care to offer a counter-argument? No, I'm good. Moving right along. Just one moment. Here in court, we have a special gift intentionally for evasive lawyers. God damn it. Okay, so it's the middle option. It would make her the culprit. The murder scene was the same as in the mock trial script. That in and of itself is irrational. What's wrong with being the same? Yes, Miss Sarks. Care to explain what you mean? Okay, let's say for argument's sake that Miss Woods is the killer. If so, then what reason would she have to intentionally make the actual murder and mimic her own script? That's easy. She was admitting that she was the... That's right. If she had really done that, it would have been like proclaiming to the world that she was the killer. So what we actually have here is evidence of someone trying to frame our client. The body was found the day of the mock trial. In short, the day the details were revealed. So it would be completely inconceivable for the murder to go exactly like the script. Don't let it go to your head just yet.
Objection!
It would seem Justice Dono's comrades in arms have finally drawn her sword. However, the blade is dull, and it shall remain so until you master its use. Enough with the stupid sword metaphors already. There is a perfectly good reason for the inconsistency for which you speak. But reason? What reason? Must I spell out everything? You are what people call high maintenance. The accused had intended to stop the mock trial, and in that event, Maria's soul would have been the wiser of the similarities of the case in the script. No, the mock trial was only stopped after the body was accidentally discovered.
Objection!
Our witness here has also discovered the body. In fact, she was led to our dearly departed professor by the accused herself. What? Miss Scuttlebutt saw the body too? Precisely. And with the discovery of the body, the mock trial ought to have been cancelled. Wait, so you didn't call the police? Nope. I kept it secret for my big scoop. You can't do that. I made her pay a long and hard penance for her sin. Did I not, my little box top? Compared to the work of a war correspondent, the sheer terror of that was... Jeez, I wonder what the Twisted Samurai did to her. Block off all the holes in her box and spin her like a top while Detective Fulbright cackled in delight? That sounds more nauseating than scary. I mean, what the hell? Enough jabbering. Witness, continue your testimony. Sure, Mr. Samurai. I'm ready to finish off that she-devil. What Scuttlebutt saw? Wait a minute. Her fucking name is Scuttlebutt. Hold on. Miriam Scuttlebutt. I snuck into Juniper's dressing room while everyone was in the lecture hall. Juniper had changed into her stage costume. I asked her, "What are you doing?" When suddenly, she fled to the hallway as if she wanted me to follow her. I followed her all the way to Professor Court's body. She led me right to it. I'm positive it was Juniper because she was wearing the costume that she made. Why did you withhold such key testimony? Ah! What's that supposed to mean? Athena, you haven't even started your cross-examination. I know, but her testimony points to her as being a potential suspect. Well, I don't think Prosecutor Blackwell is... No, wait, I bet he's already thought of that. The witness left the lecture hall to sneak into Miss Wood's room for the mock trial. That means she, too, could have moved the victim's body. Gak? The prosecution's claim no longer holds any ground to stand on. Help! Now, no need to ruffle your own feathers, so. When you squeak like a little brat, it agitates Taka. Do you want him to peck your eyes out? No, thanks. You listen here. The witness has a perfectly good alibi. Oh yeah, I do. Around the estimated time of death, I was at an undercover reporter class. It's right near my home. Undercover reporter class? The proverbial rug has been pulled from under you. The witness could not have been the killer. The defense must look before leaping, or at least make sure the rug's secured to the floor. I tried to warn you. Well, there ends the cross-examination. Let's allow the witness to step down. Huh? No, wait a minute. The defense has no right to cross-examine the witness after that little spectacle. For whatever a man is sowing, this he will also reap. Why can't you say you reap what you sow like a normal person? Very well. If the cross-examination is over, I suppose the witness may go home. Perhaps spend some time with her lovely box and recover from today's stressful events. Sus. Don't you worry about me, Your Honor. There's no rest for the wicked, or the journalist either. My third eye's always eyeing the scoop. She's always eyeing the scoop? Sus. Well, back to the trenches. Bye-bye. Not so fast, Miss Scuttlebutt. Apollo, there's just one thing I'd like to ask. Did you take a picture of the victim's body, and if not, why not? No, I didn't take one. Well, that's strange. Why wouldn't you take a picture if you're always eyeing a scoop? Did you or didn't you really see the victim's body? It's not like I, actually saw it, but... What the hell? Did you hear that, Your Honor? The witness didn't actually see the body. That completely overturns the prosecution's claim that the witness was led to it. Justice Dono, you dare bear steel at me again? Nice try, boy wonder. So what if I didn't see the body? The fact remains that Juniper led me there. Feast your eyes on this. What exactly am I looking at? It's a crucial moment forever frozen in time by my third eye. A photo clearly showing Juniper Woods. Why did you not tell me of this? It was a shocking scoop I was saving for just the right moment. And that would be now, right here in court. Surprise! Ah! What I do, what I do. All journalists keep their scoop secret until the right moment. You know this. Thank you, I appreciate it. I try to do what I can. She's pretty brave hiding it from Blackwell like that. Or pretty stupid. Well, this is an unexpected turn. They know about this picture. See how it only shows the back of the subject? Ah, so then, right. Who knows whether this photo shows Juniper in the first place? A complete irrelevant point. What is relevant here is there was someone who did try to pin or lead the witness to the body. Take a gander at this. The route by which the accused escaped. The witness pursued the accused this way after she fled the dressing room. Oh, you haven't played it yourself? Dude, you're missing out. I would go back to the original trilogy from 2001, like do the remastered one from like 2018, 2019 that has the trilogy from the Phoenix Wright, that has Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations, and oh my god, what the hell was the middle game? There was the three in the beginning that has like 5 cases each, and then there's Apollo Justice, Attorney at Law, or Ace Attorney, my bad, and then there's this game. So I would recommend to go back and play that. It is a wonderful play. There is a couple of cases that drag on a little bit, but I promise you, I'm like, the game fits together perfectly. I'm like, it'll take some time to do, but I promise you won't regret it. Just like how I felt, like, I enjoyed Apollo Justice. Some people didn't like it because, kind of like Metal Gear fans didn't like MGS2 all that much because it wasn't Snake for most of the game. It's kind of like that, but it's a how is that saying said? To each its own, I think is how that's said. So I'm like, it honestly depends, but I'm like, for a revisiting, even though I already know what happens, I can go back and look at that one of these days if that's something you're interested in looking into. It's always on sale for like $15 or something like that across all platforms. So definitely look into it. The accused descended to the first floor and exited to the quad. Then what, Carton Cretin? And then I tripped and fell, caught my knee on my own box. She stayed under her box even while running after someone? Sounds difficult. Recall that the body was already there, for Hugh O'Connor had already seen it. She was trying to show someone the body because she wanted to stop the mock trial. Ah! But if the facts have changed, then that's all the more reason to cross-examine the witness. I believe it. In any of the names, like, see if you're able to see the inside joke for some of their names. Like, some of them from the first game, like, Prosecutor Payne. Prosecutor Payne, his whole name is Winston Payne. Say that slow to yourself. Winston Payne. Now his brother in this game, his name is Gaspin Payne. Their names are fucking dumb. I hate it so much. Like, I think the bomb case at the beginning of this game, literally the dude's name was Ted Tonate. And he was a bomb carrier.
What is his name if you spell that properly? It's fucking dumb. Mr. Ted Tonate. It's like, really? Oh, the fucking names are so stupid when you get them, but they tickle me a little bit. I'm like, some of them it's just like, really? That's the name we decided to go with. I'm like, oh my god. There was another one that was so goddamn stupid. I was like, really? That's the name we're rolling with? Oh yeah, in the Apollo Justice game, someone's name was, I pronounced it wrong the entire game. It was Romain Lettuce. Say that slow for me. Homie's name was Romain Lettuce. Like, bro. It wasn't spelt like that, but that's how it was supposed to be said, apparently. Like, his last name was spelled L-E, like the French. It was Lettouse. Lettuce. So it was Romain Lettuce. I love these damn names, but god damn it, dude.
The defense has a point there. Very well, you may proceed with your cross-examination. Seems Justice Dono has saved your pretty little hide, Missy. For now, at least. Whew. Guess I pulled that one off somehow. Thanks, Apollo. You're a lifesaver. Incidentally, my compliments to the witness for her very fine box. It's Primo cardboard, lovingly selected from among many. Ah! Tell another lie or hide another fact from me, and I shall put it to the torch. Please, anything but that.
Mom spaghetti.
All right, Miss Sykes, you may cross-examine the witness.
Okay, let's see if I can actually get some help from the audience with this one. I'm going to look over my evidence. This is a very weird murder that took place at a college site, okay? The victim was stabbed, and they were doing a reenactment. The murder happened almost exactly like the reenactment, but there were some key differences. Miss Scuttlebutt here, her script was rejected and Junie's was accepted. So she's trying to throw dirt on Junie to make it seem like she's the murderer because she's mad that her script didn't get chosen. Talk about being petty. Bro, this is not high school, this is college. See if you can help me walk through the evidence when we get to it. Let's see what Scuttlebutt saw. I snuck into Juniper's dressing room while everyone was in the lecture hall. You said you snuck in, but why would you do something like that? Because if I got the big scoop on Juniper, club membership would go through the roof. Right now, the newspaper club only has one member, me. The club's history once I'm gone. So the Thymus Herald's brand recognition is a matter of life and death. Her means may be questionable, but her motive is surprisingly sound. As a theater kid, we're out for blood sometimes. Really? I always hear that, and I've never been into theater before, but I swear, that's what this is turning into. If you're if you used to be a theater kid or you're into anything like that, this case is for you. I'm not going to understand jack shit of what's going on other than oh damn, they did a reenactment of what we were supposed to do in court and someone died almost exactly like that. Totally not suspicious. Extra, extra. Students seeking the thrills and chills of expose journalism report to the club room. This has been a paid advertisement. Anyway, where was I? Huh? Never took Miriam for such a go-getter. I don't knock the hustle, I just don't like the way she does it. Juniper had changed into her stage costume. I asked her, what are you doing? Okay, hold on a fucking second. I'm gonna hold that. Glow on the fabric, stage costume, embellished frills, paint inside of the costume with fluorescent paint, leave time to dry. Drew constellations in the dark, the paint will shine through the holes, bringing the constellations to life. Okay. That's literally just Lamwar's outfit, but okay. I can't press that, she's a goner. Pick, I can't look at it. Objection against Robin. Routine with Hugh O'Connor. Meet with Hugh about the report. Prepare for mock trial. Mr. Okay, we're cooking. Asked her what we're doing. Why would she change into that costume? The mock trial was about to begin. How should I know? But if you don't believe me, take a good long look at this photo. I captured this crucial moment like the gonzo journalistic pro that I am. But this only shows the back of whoever's fleeing. You expect me to shoot her face when she's running away from me? I guess you're right, but this doesn't seem to be getting me anywhere. At any rate, as this photo shows, Jennifer was in her stage costume when suddenly she fled into the hallway as if she wanted me to follow her. Can you tell me which way you went? That doesn't mean that you had to chase her. Call me a journalist instinct. I see something fishy, I go after it. But you never did catch up to her, did you? A true undercover journalist gets up and dusts herself off when she stumbles. That reminds me, didn't you fall during the chase? When you tripped in your box? A true undercover journalist is always ready to stumble over a great story. Oh my... I hate this chick, bro. Dude, bring back my homie, dude. I want fucking, Brushel back, man. Give me my fucking homie back. Sure, are a lot of holes in your story. Or is it, that the scuttlebutt brand of journalism? A true undercover journalist always prevails against her adversaries. How the fuck does she punch her cardboard like that, dog? I followed her all the way to Professor Court's body. She led me to it. What would our client have to gain from leading you there? The accused had employed her self-penned script as a manual of murder. Ergo, she had to stop the mock trial before the script's details became public. And that accounts for her desperate attempt to lead our carton cream here to the body. But as we all know, the scuttlebutt didn't alert the authorities. As a result, the mock trial began as scheduled.
Objection!
The issue here is not whether it was in fact halted. The fact remains that the accused was trying to lead the witness to the body. Does that not show clear intent to halt the mock trial? Ugh. I'm positive it was Juniper because she was wearing the costume that she made. So, to my little buddies that are watching, I want you to notice something real quick. And I'm pretty sure I'm right about this. I'm going to feel really dumb if I'm not. But, can you tell me... I'm positive it was Juniper because she was wearing the costume she made. You sure about that, bud? You sure about that? Are you sure about that? Brother, it's supposed to have glow-in-the-dark shit all over it. What do you mean that's supposed to... Like, bro... Like, you aren't 5. You can't sit here and tell blatant-ass lies to grown-ass adults in a courtroom. That doesn't work. It was supposed to have fluorescent paint that glows in the dark. So, I guess Miss Scuttlebutt tried to scuttle her way out of this, and we found our little lie. I'm pretty sure we did. And Miss Scuttlebutt, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to. Miss Scuttlebutt's sole basis for identifying our client as the figure in this photo is the fact that it shows someone in Mrs. Wood's stage costume. Well, it is Juniper's costume, so that must be Juniper in it. It's clear cut. No, that's where you're completely mistaken. What? It had alien juice on it. It was glowed in the dark. You stupid bitch. This is the design drawing of our client's stage costume. Oh my, what a wonderful creation. The constellations are extraordinary. I'm glad you noticed, because those stars are precisely what's important here. In the drawing, there are constellations all over the outside of the costume. But there's not a single star on the costume in this photo. Oh, then that means, what exactly? Your Honor, there were no other blue costumes at the scene, which leads me to believe that the figure in the photo was wearing our client's costume inside out. But why would Miss Woods make a mistake like that? Well, it's not really a matter of why, but rather who made the mistake of putting it on inside out. Wait, you're not suggesting... That's right. I'm glad you're catching on. The costume's designer wouldn't put her own costume on inside out. Well, how is she hiding all of that shit in there and not fucking her shit up, dog? She had a protractor in there. What the hell? Sorry, Miss Scuttlebutt, but doesn't believing you had a scoop when you really didn't make you a failure as a reporter? A failure as a reporter? Why, hello, Miss Scuttlebutt. So nice to meet the woman underneath. You didn't see shit. Yeah, you're purple. Objection. Now, I would have you stop right there, Sex Dono. For it is the why of the matter upon which I would have this court focus. What do you mean? Miss Juniper Woods. Yes? What were you doing on the morning of the mock trial? I was in my dressing room, painting my costume in fluorescent paint. Fluorescent paint? My design drawing showing the two stars in the costume. I was gonna make the costume shimmer like that by painting the inside fluorescent. What was that again? Fluoride? Did your costume have cavities? Not fluoride. Fluorescent isn't glowing. The paint would make it glow in the dark. Yes. So you applied it to the inside of the costume, and then I let it dry for a while because I heard it takes a long time. So I put the costume on my mannequin inside out. Inside out? So then... This is a photograph of the inside-out costume taken in the dark. As you can see, there is a heavy layer of paint over the entire inside surface. If someone were to properly don this costume in this state, the wet paint would get all over their body. Why, yes, I believe it would. Indeed, ergo, the costume was worn the way it was, not by anyone's mistake. But because this was the way it was on the mannequin, inside out. Ah! Is she drooling, bro? She is. Either that or fucking widget around her neck relation is drooling. That's fucking diabolical.
Figures he would have a photo. Did we just fall into his trap? Yeah, and I bet Blackwell had it all planned out. Still, I think you could give this photo a nice long look. Oh, please tell me you found something that doesn't add up.
Oh, there's handprints. Yep.
Check out the chest area. It looks like handprints to me. Hey, you're right. But Judy would know better than to touch that while the paint was still wet.
Objection!
I believe the term to describe your thought process is wishful thinking. After all, if master painters made mistakes, why not a rank amateur such as the accused? So basically, you're saying my claim requires evidence to back it up? Evidence? That shouldn't be a problem, right? After all, you've come this far. Just because I've come this far doesn't mean I've thought everything through, though. What? You mean you've just been bluffing? What did you expect me to do? I'm sick of losing to this jerk. But you're right. There's only one thing left to do at this point. And that's to present some evidence. Pronto. A showdown, is it? I'll gladly accept. The fluorescent paint must have stuck to the hands of whoever touched the costume. And that paint should glow in dark places. So I just need to carefully check every last piece of evidence. This piece of evidence shows who touched it. Not that. Piece of evidence shows who touched it. Maybe it's that because it shows them grabbing? Damn it! Okay. Shows who touched it. Oh, it was Robin. A school newspaper? Interesting. Take a look at the photo where the lights are dimmed and the spotlight is on Mrs. Woods. Observe Mr. Newman's hands in the photo as he stands at the prosecutor's bench. As you can see, it's glowing just like Mrs. Wood's fluorescent paint. It is glowing quite brightly, I might add. But why would he put fluorescent paint on his hands for a mock trial, you may ask? The answer is he wouldn't, not on purpose. It got there when he put the costume on. That means... What again? What does that mean? I'm very lost here. It means the figure photographed in the costume was not her client, Juniper Woods. It was her classmate, Robin Newman. What? To think you were actually able to prove that. What the fuck? I wouldn't have been able to do that. Well, you never know what's going to happen next. That's the turn of the courtroom. So then, does that mean that Robin's her man? Well, that's certainly how it looks.
Very well. Robin Newman it is. He is here in the gallery, I trust. Show yourself. I challenge you to a duel. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? I'm Robin Newman! I want to become a great artist! I practice day and night! Yeah, boy! No, that's not it. Art's gotta be sincere, man! So, for occupation, shall we put down budding artist? No! Finest Legal Academy Senior Prosecutor course! This braces proof of my masculinity. I've been training to be a prosecutor for 18 years. I assume you will be cleaning up the pottery you smashed before you leave today. Ah, man! It seems the witness has finally settled down. I guess nothing phases the judge after all these years. You may proceed with your testimony, Mr. Newman. Specifically, the court wishes to hear why you had fluorescent paint on your hands. Why I touched the costume. I went to see Jennifer in her dressing room, but she wasn't there. When I walked by that frilly costume, I was like, whoa! The mannequin was on it. It was about to fall on me. I just got that paint on me when I caught it. But I never put it on. That's just stupid. Your Honor, I recommend a short therapy session for the witness. Mr. Newman does seem particularly agitated, but... no! Not again. What's this dude's problem, dude? I sensed it the moment Robin took the stand. The discord in his heart. So you think he might be hiding something? Probably. You ready, Mr. Newman? Let's see what the mood matrix can do for you. Time for Widget to do its thing. Let's do this, buddy. Right. She wasn't there, surprised, okay. Okay, so it's angry. Angry's fine. It's... oh, shit. Motherfucker. When you mentioned the stage costume, I sense the sudden powerful feeling of joy. Would you care to explain, Mr. Newman? Oh, wait, what? Well, why would a frilly scarf-looking thing in a long skirt make me feel like that? I don't know, but you seem awfully interested in that costume for some reason. You didn't happen to put it on, did you? Like I'd be into that kind of thing. I'm a dude, and I'm into braces. You don't think Robin's actually got a thing for Juniper's outfit, do you? Oh, come on, isn't it obvious? You're enjoying this a bit too much, Athena. No way, man! The mannequin came falling towards me, so I stuck out my hands to stop it. End of story. That's a new piece of information. Time to run an update. Even after the update, something just doesn't feel right here. Do I have anything to prove that his statement contradicts what happens? You said the mannequin came falling towards you, so you stuck your hands out to stop it? If so, then the fingers on your hands would have been pointing outwards like this.
But that's not what the handprints show. In fact, this looks more like just your thumbs and the base of your palms. Why in the world would I leave such weird handprints? You know why. You left them when you went to adjust the scarf after putting it on. Just like the model in this drawing. Whoa! Why don't you just admit it, Mr. Newman? You did put that costume on, didn't you? You really do like Mrs. Wood's clothes, don't you? Fine, I admit to putting on the costume on, but I don't like girly shit, man! Yes, new information to plug in. Time for another update. There, another emotion that doesn't fit. So what? You're really starting to get on my nerves, man. Listen, Newman, you got excited when you put the costume on, but you also felt sad. Who cares if I felt sad? It's no big deal. Okay, Mr. Newman, out with it. Why did you feel sad? You're hiding something, aren't you? Oh, no! You're not fooling anyone anymore. Now tell us why you were stabbed. Okay, fine. If you're gonna be that way about it, I'll tell you. The reason I felt sad is, no matter how much I dress up, I'll never be as pretty as Juniper. Well, no offense, but his habit of shouting at the top of his lungs doesn't exactly help. No, that's not it. I totally own those girly clothes. I should have been totally pretty. But there's something that keeps getting in my way. Wow, that's a whole lot of anger and raw emotion right there. His heart is crying out in pain. His emotions are out of control. Out of control emotions. I saw those during the Nine Tails Veil incident. So all we have to do is find the source of his uncontrollable anger, right? Right. Help me look for a conflict between his statements and the images we see. If we can find that, we can wrestle him away from whatever's tormenting him. Mr. Newman said there's something getting in the way of him being pretty. Something that doesn't go with girly clothes. But what could it be? Fine, I'll testify. Man! Mr. Newman, you felt a great deal of anger towards your brace, didn't you? Is that why you feel is holding you back from being as pretty as you think you should be? Huh? What? Mr. Newman, the truth is, you really want to take that brace off, don't you? No way, man. This is a symbol of masculinity. I could never take it off. Is it that you can't take it off, or that you don't want to take it off? Aw, man, I should have kept my big mouth shut. This is really weird. He exhibits intense anger towards his brace, which he calls a symbol of masculinity. But he can't take it off, nor when he's trying to look pretty. What could be the root of his complicated relationship with his brace? I have a feeling we're on the verge of uncovering an earth-shattering secret. Dina, you okay? Seems Robin's still holding a secret, a big one. Bigger than the fact that he's secretly jealous of Juniper's looks? Yes, at least I think so. No, it can't be. I just thought of something, but it's totally insane. Mr. Newman. What? I'm onto your little secret, and if I'm correct, it's not very little at all. It's huge. This sounds completely insane, but it's the only possibility left. Robin's a girl. Mr. Newman? Or should I say, Miss Newman? You are and always have been a girl. What? Have you lost the plot, Athena? No, I'm completely serious. I don't have any direct evidence, but that's what Robin's heart is shouting out loud and clear. Hold it! I still think you've totally lost it. I mean, Robin reeks of testosterone. How could he possibly be a she? I, for one, have never seen a girl who shouts like a maniac all the time. Oh. I've seen plenty of witnesses in my day. But if he's a she, then she's the most convincing actress I've ever encountered. Therefore, let me pronounce my verdict. Robin Newman is without question a man. What the fuck? Bro, if this happened any time after 2020, that shit's being canceled on media. You can't just fucking assume someone's gender in a court of law and just say, nah, that's their gender. Bro, you can't do that, dog. You are now truly just as Dono's equal in one area. You are equally just as insane. Never in the history of this planet has there been a finer specimen of a masculine spirit. If you guys are done talking about me, I'm... Oh. The brace! It's... I don't know why I find that so funny, but I'm literally sitting here like, okay, this can't be a dude, right? Like, this can't be a fucking dude. Only wore that brace to protect her beacons. Okay, I've never heard of someone wearing a brace for that fucking reason in my 25 years of being on this side. This is a first for me. What the actual fuck? Miss Sykes, no, allow me to call you Athena. I wanted to keep this secret at all costs, but now... What the fuck? No way! Wow! Surely this is some kind of jest. Nope, it's for real. I'm a girl, body and soul. If you don't believe me, I'll give you a cat. Ah! As if. What an amazing transformation. Well, all the Discord is gone. The image is now complete. Bye-bye. I was raised as a boy since I was little and studied law just as my parents wanted. But now, this living lie that had me pinned to the ground, it's been blown to smithereens by you, Athena. Now I can't stop pretending I want to be a prosecutor. I'm going to be an artist. Yay!
What the fuck?
Order! Order! What a shocking development. He really did turn out to be a shirt.
Why is everyone looking at me like that? I feel like a movie star or something.
But no paparazzi, please. I value my privacy. Okay, what? No pics, you'll regret it, man. Am I imagining things, or is Robin even more hyper now than when she was a he? I don't know. Maybe it's because she finally got her troubles off her chest. Literally. This is all well and good, but does he being or she actually change anything?
Oh no. Okay, if you're watching in the chat right now, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. A woman can be heard shouting, "You're a goner." Robin outing themselves as a chick makes it to where we can place her at the scene of the crime. I'm sure Hugh was also at the scene of the crime to some capacity. Why would they do this to frame Julie if they're supposed to be friends? Oh boy.
The fact that the witness is actually a girl does change things, because there is now a piece of evidence that we must reevaluate. Very well, let's see what the defense has for us now. What piece of evidence must we reconsider now that the witness is a girl? This is what I'd like the court to reconsider. Oh, the tape recorder? The one that recorded the threat, "You're a goner." That's right. And we have already established that it's a female voice in the recording. Of all the students who could have moved the body before the mock trial was to start, our client was the only female if you exclude Miss Scuttlebutt because of her alibi. And that is why the tape recorder made our client the prime suspect. So then, that's right, the witness just revealed that she is a girl. Therefore, if we are using the voice in this recording as the basis of hurling accusations, this witness must be labeled a suspect too. Oh no! Wow. Talk about a sudden turn of events. You've done it. You found a hole in one of the prosecution's key pieces of evidence. Yeah, but wow, that was a lot of work for a single one.
Objection!
Not so hasty now. You're forgetting that the only person here was privy to the script. There you go, Miss Juniper Woods is still the prime suspect. But Miss Newman hid the fact she was a girl both from the crime scene and the court. I'd say this puts her in the camp suspicious. That's not right, Athena. How can you accuse me of being the killer? I mean, I'm just a weak, innocent little girl. Just thinking about that murder makes me...
Objection!
Suspicious as suspicious does. Undoubtedly, the witness does have some sort of connection to this crime. Perhaps our newfound lady is merely feigning ignorance. We could surmise that she lent support to the principal offender, Juniper Woods. By leading the scuttlebutt to the body, that would make her an accessory to the crime. How can you say that? I'm not an accessory to any crime, Mr. Birdman.
Objection!
Birdman?
event with the witness as an accessory, it explains quite a bit, does it not? Ah, he made it all make sense somehow. He keeps accusing Julian, and he'll keep accusing Julian unless we could show someone else knew the script's details. But how could someone have gotten their hands on that kind of info? The only way someone could have known the script is if they heard it from Julie, saw the mock trial, had penned the script. I've got it. No, that would make her seem like the guilty one. Okay, actual answer. Heard it from her. Because she would have told them, sorry, Judy, but you're not gonna like this. Our client may have leaked the script's details to someone. What the devil? And I know I shouldn't have, but I revised the script to favor the prosecution. But Professor Court noticed it immediately and changed it back. Miss Woods did not want Hugh O'Connor to win the mock trial. That's why I believe she leaked the details to the witness, Robin Newman. I get it. If Robin won, Hugh wouldn't have been able to confess to Juniper. Right. Judy was probably trying to keep that friendship from becoming awkward. What? How could you, Lena? What a bunch of bull... I never would have heard a word about the script from Juniper. Never, ever. You sure? Could you look me in the eye and swear you didn't? B-A-D, Athena. You don't have any evidence. Actually, we might have just the thing. Really? Yeah, one of Robin's lines I read when we were reenacting the mock trial. Here's a shot from the crime scene. Ironically, it was Professor Court who posed as the corpse. Therefore, Ed, how did the mock trial participants react to this photo? Mr. Newman was surprised by what Professor Court was wearing. Robin said, oh, the green sweatsuit. S-U-R-E. I might have said that, but so what? Well, I think of it this way, Athena. Yeah, which way exactly? If I told you that I'd be wearing a blue suit today, but then showed up wearing what I've got on now, what would you say? Oh, the red suit. Ah, I think I got it. Your Honor, we have evidence proving that Mr. Newman knew the contents of the script. The defense moves to present said evidence to the court. Very well, Mr. Sykes, present away. This evidence proved that Mrs. Newman had prior knowledge of the script's contents. The fucking tracksuit, bro. Mock trial script? Miss Newman, during the mock trial, you were shown a photo of the victim's body. And reportedly, you reacted by saying, oh, the green sweatsuit. Yes, I said that. What's your point? You seem to have an issue with the green sweatsuit, and I think I know why. The proof is in the script, specifically on the things to prepare page. Sweatsuit victim's outfit will be a red one from the prosecutor's course. You were surprised because the sweatsuit in the photo was green. But if you didn't know about the script's content, then it shouldn't have surprised you. No! I thought we were friends, Athena. How could you be so blind?
In light of her privileged knowledge, declare Miss Newman a suspect, Your Honor.
Oh, you what?
Well, if knowing the script's details makes me a suspect, then there must be others besides me. I mean, someone else could have also seen Professor Court's note.
Dude, she's about the fucking Takashi 69 fucking Hugo, bro. About the rat.
Professor and Juniper were working together to prepare for the mock trial, but only one copy of the script was made to prevent it from being leaked. But that gets kind of inconvenient, right? You're not seriously going to suggest. But it's the truth. Professor Court did do exactly what you're thinking. She didn't write down any of the proceedings or the truth behind the case. But she did write a note to herself about the cops and details about the victim being what? Is this really true, Miss Newman? If you don't believe me, send the police over to my house. Tell them to check the pictures on my camera. I thought it might give me an advantage. So I took a picture of the note.
I'd say she's telling the truth.
Wait a sec. If there's a note with details about the body, then that means there are others who could have made the murder look like our culprit's script.
Her client's script. Yes, I believe you're right. Apparently, this case isn't as clear-cut as Blackwell would have us to believe.
This new revelation blasts a big fat hole in the prosecution's case.
Oh,
Objection!
Bully for you, Missy. I didn't think this spells don't think this spells victory. And why not? The battle is still young and my blade is now fully drawn. Between it and my next witness, your life will be forfeit. So put away your wooden soul and show me what you are truly capable of if you wish to live. You want it? Don't worry, I'm gonna bring it. I already said I want nothing to do with this trial. How juvenile. It is not a matter of what you want, for you will cooperate, Hugh O'Connor. Prosecutor Blackwell, why have you called in this witness? You'll recall that the day before the mock trial, in short the day of the murder, the accused testified that she left home around 6 p.m.
yes, my notes here do confirm that fact.
Right, our client wasn't at school at the estimated time of death, so she couldn't be...
Objection!
Yet, that was felicitous lie. Or am I mistaken, golden boy? I have no intention of saying anything anymore now, if you'll excuse me. Hold! I am not through with you yet. It seems the world prosecutor has it out for me. Leave, and the judge might discuss you know what. Ah, no, wait! One little statement and Mr. Cole loses it? What's that all about? I changed my mind. I'll stay and testify.
Are you sure, Mr. O'Connor?
The word of a genius is as good as gold. Let's go, get on with this. Hugh O'Connor, a senior at Dinah's Legal Academy, lawyer course. Knows that? Or how's that?
Just fine. Your testimony got a few players.
We're up against the top of the class now. I'd be careful if I were you. I know Julie would never lie like that. That pompous schoolboy won't know what hit him. Get mentally prepared for the mock trial. I meditated at the archery range till 7 p.m. Around 7:15, I went to the main building before going home. That's when I saw Juniper. We didn't say much as we passed by each other. She seemed her usual self. That's it. Anything else you'd like to ask? That is quite enough. Well done, golden boy. The final bell rings at 7 p.m., at which point the campus is a desolate place. Now, you will recall that the tape recorder. You know the time of the voice recording? It was 7:10 p.m. the day before the mock trial. That was the dark hour of this heinous crime. Do you have any proof of that? As it's the final bell, the school plays a special broadcast when the clock strikes 7. The female voice on the tape appears 10 minutes after that broadcast. The killer waited until the school was empty to spring her devious and deadly trap. A woman can be heard. It was recorded in the art room at 7:10. Okay.
So when the witness or the defendant, that one would have been.
Indeed, it was 5 minutes after the voice was captured on the tape in the art room. Ergo, we know that the accused was still in the main building even after the killing.
So the time of the murder and the time that the body was moved.
Great. Another inconvenient testimony.
Miss Sykes, your cross-examination, please.
Get mentally prepared. So, do you meditate often? What the fuck? Don't tell me you're going to start pestering me too. What's that supposed to mean? No need to play dumb to me. All the girls want to know about my private life. What?
I will remind the defense that this is the court of law, not a pickup spot.
Seems Miss Fancy Pants lawyer has smitten with the witness. Objection! 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 I'm just trying to establish the witnesses. You must know, I never go a day without meditating. Satisfied now, Stockard Road. That's it. You'd better take that. Whoa there, Tiger. Just take a deep breath and relax. I'll just continue my testimony now, if you don't mind. Around 7:15, I went to the main building. Hold on, do we not have his testimony? Our client has stated she went home at 6 p.m. You and Professor Court were busy preparing for the mock trial together yesterday, right? Was that the last time you saw her? Yes, I left school around 6 p.m. No, wrong. I don't know what she was doing, but Juniper was definitely at school after 7 p.m. But I suppose neither side can prove one way or another. But if Junie was there, that means she's lying. Truth be told, I only saw her for the briefest of moments. We didn't say much as we passed each other. She seemed her usual self. Describe that. So she just walked past a good friend, barely saying a word? The final bell had already rung. They get mad when you stand around chatting. Then again, we're not like you people talking endlessly in those annoyingly loud voices. Annoyingly loud voice? I'd like to hear, or I'd like it if you refrained from insulting my partner like that. Normally, I'd shout objection right about now, but I'll take this one for the team. Anyway, I think that's all about all I have to say. That's it. Anything else you'd like to ask? Alright, I'll take you up on your kind offer. I expected as much, so go ahead and ask away. Mr. O'Connor, I wanted to ask you... Please tell the court what you were doing on October 23rd, the day before the mock trial. That's an easy one. Nothing in particular. Nothing at all? You didn't help with the preparations? You don't get it, do you? I was merely playing the role assigned to me. I left the preparations in light to the others. My job was to mentally prepare. Jimmy put an heart and soul into getting things ready while he just sat on his behind? Just to reiterate, I spent most of the 23rd meditating at the archery range. I didn't talk to anyone until the school closed at 7 p.m. I suppose a few archery club members did come and go while I was there. But you didn't talk to anyone? Not a single soul. That's right. I didn't say a word to anyone until the final bell. I see. This is crucial information. Add it to your testimony. I don't know if you're bluffing, but if you are, you have a pretty good poker face. I didn't talk to anyone until the final bell. You fucking liar. You didn't talk to anyone? You are a big fat liar. So, you didn't talk to anyone until October 23rd? Are you sure about that? I already told you. My word is as good as gold. Might as well be fool's gold. How do you explain this? And don't spare any details. Sorry, never seen that before. This is the victim's planner. She recorded all of her plans in great detail. Take a look at this page here. It reads 23rd, meet with Hugh, and important. Don't you find that interesting? What? Where'd you get that? The key word here is important. You say you were in the archery range all day, but you also said a few students came and went while you were there. That doesn't sound like a great place for an important talk. But the entire campus was buzzing with activity before the mock trial. Where could they have possibly had a private conversation? I thought about that too, but the situation changes after the last bell. What's this now? The witness stayed after the last bell in order to have a private talk with the victim. Am I right, Mr. O'Connor? This is
Objection!
Must we go through this yet again? I suppose you also have no evidence as per usual? No, I don't have any direct evidence. However, the witness was meditating until after the last bell. And he attempted to conceal his private meeting with the victim. First Robin, now me? Who are you going to accuse next? You're just another unscrupulous attorney looking to get ahead. Don't let him get to you. He's definitely hiding something. I mean, he was supposed to meet with the victim around the estimated time of death. I had my suspicions about Robin, but Hugh seems just as guilty. These three are the only possible suspects after all. Mr. O'Connor, answer me this. Did you meet with Professor Court that day? Sorry, Mr. Jailbird Prosecutor. I don't mean to steal your thunder, but I have something to say. If it'll save you some trouble, then by all means, speak away. If you recall, Miss Sykes, the voice on the voice recorder tape was female. Knowing that, I'd like you to explain how could I possibly be a suspect. He has a point. Impressive golden boy here does shine gold indeed. Care to take the reins? You're more than capable of prosecuting this case. Sorry, but I'm studying to be a lawyer. What a pity to think such genius is to be wasted on mere lawyering. At last, your moment is here, Psyche Dono. Time to refute Golden Boy's statement and prove that you're the young prodigy worthy of the badge on your lap. Could he lay any more pressure on? Could he make it any more Robin Thicke? Voice is unmistakably female, so there's no point in arguing. Yeah, you're right. In which case, to whom does the voice on the tape really belong to?
Shit, that's not what I meant. The only one it could be is the one in the middle. The victim.
The voice on the tape belongs to the victim. That's the only thing that makes sense.
Objection!
Are you mad? The voice on the recording says you're a goner. That is something a murderer shouts at their victim, not the other way around.
Yeah, that is a problem.
You're a goner. You're a goner. You're a goner. Athena? You're a goner? You're a goner. You're a corner.
How did she notice that? Hugh O'Connor, you're a goner. I hate this so much. Whoa, Athena, you're scaring me there.
You're scared? I'm even more terrified for coming up with this. With what? Prosecutor Blackwell, you wanted to know if I'm worthy of my badge? Well, I'm about to show you why. Despite my age, I can wear it with pride.
Damn, during Pride Month? You get it, girl.
Oh, then I can take it you won't be changing your argument? Still, it stands that it's a bit odd for the victim to be the one you're a goner. I agree if that's what the victim was saying, but it's not.
I assume you have something to back up your assumption, Miss Sykes.
Not exactly, but you don't have to add fuel to this fire, Your Honor.
Shit. It is indeed Professor Court's voice on the tape. She was shouting.
I would like to call one basic fact into question.
Is that the shout on the tape really saying you're a goner?
What are you up to now, Athena?
Professor Court's planner said she was supposed to meet with a witness for an important talk. Perhaps our witness, despite being a genius, had done something wrong. And this made Professor Court get angry with him during their private meeting.
I don't see how this changes what we heard on the tape.
Well, if you want to see how it changes things, let's try a little experiment. Your Honor, I want you to yell at the witness as if you're mad at him. Oh, and this is important. Use his full name.
Okay, let's see. Hugh O'Connor.
What did I do to deserve that? Yes, like that. Now again, but faster. Hugh O'Connor? Hugh O'Connor? Hugh O'Connor? Hugh O'Connor?
Wait a second. No, this can't be.
You think I'd spent the energy to lead you this far if it wasn't true? But it is, Your Honor. Humans are not perfect. That's a scientific fact. We sometimes mistake shadows for monsters and the wings for voices.
Now that you mention it,
You can do this, Athena. Just give the old guy one more little push. The sound on the tape recorder never was the phrase, "You're a goner." That's only what we thought we heard, when in fact it was the witness getting yelled at.
the court will note that this is different from the selective hearing manner so
Athena, baby cakes. I've been nice to you this whole time. I even like you. What the fuck do you mean by that line, bro? I'm a dude and I'm offended by that. I'm like, whoa. Selective hearing that men are good at? What in the feminist bullshit is that? I think you're right, but what was that last part again? Okay, so Apollo's with me on that. It's like, what the fuck did you say? It's like, never mind. The important thing is that the voice on this recording isn't our client's. And since it was the victim scolding the witness, he must now join the list of suspects.
Objection!
I had thought that testimony would suffice, but it seems it has come to this. I will not allow such fallacies or quibbles to upend this case. The prosecution has one final piece of evidence to present to the court. Evidence? What's he gonna pull out now? Feast your eyes on this photo, and let me see that insolent look vanish from within them. Aww. Let's see here. Oh, it's a picture of the defendant and the victim. It's nighttime when they took this photo. It is approximately 7:05. 10 minutes before she got murdered. The photograph showed the professor and the student preparing for the mock trial together. Oh wait, was this taken in the art room? The room where the murder occurred? Indeed it was, but the revelation did not end there. Do you see the clock on the wall? It reads 7:05, a mere 5 minutes before the voice was recorded on the tape. Oh, what? The accused brutally stabbed the victim to death 5 minutes after this photo was taken. It seems the defendant's culpability in this crime is quite obvious. Julie was with the professor just 5 minutes before she was killed? What now? Nothing I can say can change that fact. Understand now. You can believe in your client all you wish, but try as you might. Such misplaced faith will inevitably be cut down before the cruel, steely blade of truth. Ah! Listen, Missy, the person you'd like to save more than anyone in this world, I'd be willing to wager that your defense isn't what they desire. But I became a warrior so I could... You still fail to understand? After so much pain and defeat, the courts are not the play yards of little children dressed as lawyers. So before you break your back in failure, run along home and grow up. If he thinks I'm giving up now, he's got another thing coming. I have to find my inner strength if I ever hope to save him. But I can't think of any way to strike back. The worst times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. That's impossible. How can I smile under these circumstances, even if I forced it? This is badder than bad. Who knew Blackpool had one waiting in the wings? Why didn't the Twisted Samurai just present that at the beginning? Wait, maybe this was his real plan. Was he just trying to show me how weak and powerless I am? Maybe he's right, because I really haven't got a clue. Who's the real killer who murdered Professor Constance Court? Robin Newman, a girl who had been forced to live a lie as a guy? Or was it Hugh O'Connor, the honor student who had met with Professor Court? There seems to be a little reason to debate the defendant's guilt any longer. The time for a verdict has come. No! That's not gonna happen, man! What's the meaning of this? You can't interrupt a judge about the hand down a... Tee. Maybe, but false verdicts are A-N-O-N-O. What? Miss Newman, please explain yourself. Juniper's not the killer. I know because I know who the real killer is. You do? You know who the real killer is? What is she up to now? Yep, I know because the real killer is me. What? It was me. I did it alone. Just me. I don't get it. Why is she confessing? Miss Newman was witness near the stage. There's even a related photo of her. The more I think about it, the more suspicious she seems. Robin Newman isn't the kind of guy who pins the blame on friends just so he can walk free. Get it over with. Declare me guilty already. Please, wait. Jennifer, what are you doing? Thank you for all you've done, Dina. But you'll have to forgive me. I can't let my friends take the blame any longer. Junie? No! Don't do this! You and Robin have done nothing wrong. They have absolutely no connection to this case. The real killer is me. I alone am responsible for the entire crime. What? Junie, you know that's not true. Hurry up and retract your statement. I'm afraid it is true. Forgive me, Dina.
Whoa!
Order! Will someone please explain what's going on here? I see right through your cheap ploy. School rules state that a prior conviction terminates one's eligibility to graduate. The guilty verdict here would make whatever dreams one had go up in a puff of smoke. Oh, I wasn't aware. Even meek little mice will fight when cornered. Pitiful spectacle, I might add. These vermin are trying to protect each other now that there's nowhere else to run. Protect each other? Wait. So was Robin just trying to protect Junie too? If so, then the real killer is... This whole thing's a joke. Uh-oh, now it's Junie's turn. Well, what is wrong with kids these days? I know what just crossed your mind, Miss Sykes. You think I'm the killer, don't you? Wow, he really is a genius. He even knows what you're thinking. I think it's about time I told you the truth. And I'll even get to the point. It was me. I did it. Wait. What? Why is this a whodunit theater fuck shittery, dude? Come on. Now both potential suspects are claiming to be the real killer? I'm so confused right now. If you still have doubts, how about I detail my murder plot? It's absolute genius. Enough of this nonsense. This is the court of law, not some high school drama. I say I have no choice. I'm afraid I'll have to... Oh, wait, your boldness. I'm sorry, Prosecutor Blackwell, but I'm in no position to hand down a verdict quite just yet. I am hoping that the defense and prosecution can come up with some airtight evidence. This is why I'm giving you both the rest of the day to continue investigating this case. Pinch me. I think I'm dreaming. Fine, do as you wish. This brings today's proceedings to a close. Court is adjourned. God damn it, bro. Destination day 2. I think that's the perfect time to take a break. My throat is dry. It is late. I need to go check with everyone in the house to make sure they're good. Thank you. Appreciate you guys for checking out the stream. Look forward to my next one. You got any ideas of what I should play? More Claire Obscure, more of this, more classic games? Let me know in the comments. And I'll see you guys as soon as I can. Either tomorrow at any given point, or hell, it could be in the morning when I get up. Appreciate you dudes. Later.